everybody. Welcome to my stop along our cherry on top June hop today. I am using the latest collection from the store that I picked up. It is Happy Blooms by Pink Fresh Studio. I have an unboxing video of this collection on my channel in case you're interested. I'm just going to grab a white sheet of cardstock and kind of start to go through all of these pattern papers. The theme for this month's YouTube Hop is Bright Sunshiny Day, which I thought would be perfect for this collection and these photos of my beautiful blooming lilac bushes. I am going to go ahead and flip through all of these different patterns until I find ones that I like with my photo. I didn't really like the purples because my lilacs, while they are purple, they are like closer to like a pinky, like light purple, and I really didn't like them with the purple in the collection. You kind of see here what I mean. Like it feels like against that purple, my photos suddenly seem to be a bit dull. So I decided to go with mostly pink and green patterns. Now, as I flipped through here, this is the first layout that I created with this collection, and these patterns, like some of them, I love them. I ended up choosing 3 12 by 12 sheets of paper that I wanted to layer together, which is very unusual for me. I love that floral one too, but I'm going to grab that one out of the 6 by 6 paper pad. So I'm going to go through all of my supplies, whittle it down a little bit to the patterns and supplies I think I want to use. I know I'm going to use a really nice quote for my title. So let's start with all of these patterns, kind of cutting some down into big chunks. I really just wanted lots of these patterns because they were just, the day I was creating this layout, they were screaming at me. So I totally just went for it. I grabbed 2 6 by 6 paper to mat my photos. One of them is that beautiful, like really small, dainty floral pattern. And one of them is actually like the smaller version of one of the bigger patterns we're going to use in the background. So my plan is to take 3 of these 12 by 12 patterns and cut them kind of at different sized rectangles. And then layer them up behind each other so that they kind of peek through and layer together. I'm going to start with this pink one, but then I'm going to go ahead and do the green and the deeper, darker pink pattern. You can see here my very scientific way of measuring this kind of gingham paper so that it is the right size. I want to cut this one into like a rectangle, have my 2 photos together on the top half of this rectangle, and then I'm going to put my title and embellishments like below the photo. Now, at this point, the voice of reason steps in because I love how these 3 big blocks of paper are layered together. But let's be real. I have 1 sheet of each of these patterns, and that green one, the other side of it, is the floral print that I've really want to fussy cut. So here we go. I'm doing it. I always get questions about this. Everyone always says, do you ever cut your paper? Yes, I do, if it's necessary. It was necessary today because I only have 1 sheet of each of these papers and I'm hosting a spending freeze. So it's not like I could run away and it's not like I could run over and just buy another whole pack of paper. Had to be a little judicious here. So yes, to everyone who always says, do you ever cut your paper? I do when it is necessary. It was necessary today. So I used a pencil to kind of mark where all of these papers kind of stopped and ended and where kind of the empty spots were that I was going to cover up. And I did a good job of it too. So that I could go ahead and, so now I have the layers the way that I want them, but I also have the extra pieces of these patterns so that I can take the other side of that green gingham check and fussy cut all the flowers on it, and that will be the next layout you see me do actually. So, and it worked really well. You can't even tell, you'll see when I put the last piece down. Voila. Love how those layered papers look. And I don't like the back of this pink one anyway, so it's all good. It worked well. So I'm just going to go ahead and get my 3 patterns stuck down and layered up. I know that I want to put my title right under my photos, and these puffy stickers from Pink Fresh are going to be the perfect alphabet to do that with. So by using the green puffy stickers for my title, I'm taking that green that's in the gingham in my bottom layer, and I'm putting it right on top again. This kind of makes it all work together and look cohesive as a whole layout. I'm using my T-square ruler to keep my letters straight, and my title is going to be Lilacs Are May in Essence. And can I just say that there are a ton of E's in this title that I've chosen, and when I was finished with this title, I still had more E's. Oh! Alphabet love right here. See? I don't know, you guys. American Crafts could take a lesson from Pink Fresh on the alphabet letter stickers. Just saying. Okay, so I'm going to finish up my title, and I love this font because see how everything's going to like fit. It's going to all fit right under my photos, right in that little block, and be awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go through the Icon die cut pack. So there's 2 die cut packs. One's like an Icon ephemera pack. One is a floral pack. So I'm starting with the icons, and you can see how I love how that green gingham in the back kind of really coordinates and sets off the rest of the page with the title and that beautiful watering can. So I'm going to choose a couple of die cuts from this Icon die cut pack. And then I'm going to go ahead and go through the floral ephemera pack. So there are, in the floral ephemera pack, there are a lot of flowers, but there are 4 distinct styles of flowers. I hope that makes sense. And so what I did was I separated them all out because I wanted the flowers that were used on this layout to all match and be the same style. If you get this floral ephemera pack, you'll immediately see what I mean. So there are some that look like they're painted. There are some that look like they're line drawn. Those are the ones I'm using for this layout. And then there are some that have more of almost like a messy drawn and colored look. So, and my personal preference is not to mix them together, but to keep them separate. So I had used those kind of line drawn flower pattern papers, and so I really wanted to go ahead and use those same style of flowers. And I cut all of the flowers in half and tucked them into the side. And then I have that purple flower cluster kind of behind and around my gardening can at the bottom. So I decided to add another purple kind of floral cluster up here at the top so that, again, just to make sure like that the flowers matched and all of those kinds of things. You didn't know I was a bit of a flower snob, did you? Learn something new every day about the YouTubers you watch, I guess. I am going to pop up a couple of the elements here. So I'm using this butterfly. We're going to add another butterfly in a little bit later. And I'm using Pop Dots. I actually ended up finishing off this. I've been working on this page of Pop Dots forever, trying to get them out of my stash. I keep them right by my desk, and I'm just like, stop. I have to get rid of them. I'm not a fan of them. They're fine, but they're not as good as my Spiegel Mom Scraps adhesive, so I'm kind of trying to just get them out and used up. So I'm popping that butterfly up. I'm also going to pop some of the other elements at the bottom. I think I ended up popping 2 of them up. I don't remember. So we'll watch and see. This little green kind of subtitle says, "Grown with Love." Yes, I take very good care of my lilacs. They're definitely grown with love. I have primarily a black thumb, But there are a few things I can get to grow. So I can get my lilacs to grow and bloom and be beautiful. I have managed to keep my grandmother's irises alive, coming back every year. But I'm not really... You're going to see over the summer here lots of gardening pictures and all of that kind of stuff. And I'll say it again, that's not my talent. That is my younger son's and my sister's talent. So not my talent. So I'm going to go ahead and you can see here how I cut those flowers in half, and then I'm just tucking them right under that pink paper, and I think that they look beautiful. I love that. Love the little cluster under my title and then the one up at the top. And I really, really think this layout turned out beautiful. It was definitely a layout fit for my lilac photos. So I'm going to grab the puffy stickers, and I want to add this bee. Now this bee is going to make its way everywhere and all over this layout. I'm going to add this little purple butterfly, and I put that specifically there to kind of so that you could have one butterfly in the top corner and then one kind of down towards the bottom of the page. But that bee, you've already seen, I've moved it already, and I'm going to move it again. Hold on just a second. And then this is a little puffy sticker cluster of those line drawn flowers. So those are the flowers that match the ones on the side, and I wanted to go ahead and use that one. And now finally the bee finds a home here over here with my watering can. And that is where we're going to call this layout done. Be sure to hop down to the description box. You can hop along. Make sure you comment on all of the beautiful layouts in the hop for a chance to win a gift certificate. And I hope that you have a fabulous day, and look at how beautiful this layout is. I love it. Have a wonderful day. Bye.